Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great and ready to learn something new today. Before moving to our chapter, there is an announcement for you all that from now onwards, my lectures will include a summary slide for you all. Yes, after every topic, I will give you a summary slide which will make you quickly revise everything. Now, without wasting any further time, let's understand our third chapter of new NCERT book of science, that is tissues in action. So, in our earlier classes, we have also discussed about cells. So, you have heard this word tissues in that chapter. Yes. So, now in this chapter, you will discuss tissues in very much detail. Now, till now, you know the basics of tissues. That is, the group of cells is known as tissue. You know till now over here. So, let's understand what is tissue. The group of cells having the common origin and are working together to perform a specific task or function is called a tissue. So this is the definition of tissue, which says that the group of cells, it can be similar or different cells. Yes, the group of cells which have the same origin and which work together to perform a specific task are the tissues. Yes, and the formation of different type of tissue lead to the division of labor. As you all know that the cell works together to perform a specific function. This is known as tissue. So the different type of tissues perform different type of function. Yes, and because of this, the tissue, the different type, the formation of different types of tissue lead to the division of labor. Means the labor are divided. The work and the task are divided because of tissues. Now, in our cell structure and function series, you understand this table. I have made this table at that time also in the first part of the cell structure and function, if you remember that. So what I have told you, that if it is a single cell, yes sir, so the group of cells is known as tissue. Means this is one cells, means these group of cells which have the common origin and are working together to perform a specific function. So it is tissue. And the group of tissues make organs like heart, kidney, lungs and pancreas and all. Yes sir. And the group of organs perform organ system. And this organ system is the whole, like respiratory system, digestive system, excretory system, circulatory system. Yes, these are the organ system. And this whole organ system make a organism. And I am an organism over here. You are the organism. So, in this chapter, basically, we are going to understand the plant tissues and animal tissues. Okay, before moving toward the plant tissues, can you tell me a very common difference between plant and animals? What are the very common difference between plant and animals? Okay, let me tell you. Actually, plants is a stationary living thing. Yes, whereas an animal can move over here, can move over there. They can move, they can run, they can change their place. But plants cannot. That's why plant is a stationary living thing. So that's why the tissues of plant is very protective towards plant. So everything related to plant cells or tissues will be more protective, more security, like this type. Okay, so let's understand plant tissues. There are two types of plant tissues. First is meristematic tissues. Second is permanent tissues. Okay, so meristematic tissues are those types of plant tissues which can reproduce, which will continuously divide. Like if this is a tissue, this is for example, it is a meristematic tissue. So there will be a group of cells. So in meristematic tissues, these are the type of plant tissues in which the cell can continuously divide, can reproduce, and they will also divide. Okay, that means they will reproduce their young ones as a cell. Okay, so a type of plant tissue in which the cells can divide continuously are the meristematic tissues. Whereas what are permanent tissues? Actually, permanent tissues are those type of tissues in which the cell loses the ability of reproduction. They will never divide. They have no change. Like for example, if it is a permanent tissue, so there will be cell, because tissues are the group of cells. So these cells will never divide. They will live, they will die, and they will vanish. Okay, they will never reproduce because they loses the ability of reproduction. So a question will appear in your mind, that would be, if permanent tissues can never reproduce their cells, so how they came into existence in plant? So these are the result of meristematic tissues only. Yes, the meristematic tissues, the cells in meristematic tissues reproduce and make their own cells, and these cells time to time, with the passing of time period, they become permanent tissues. Okay, by what? It is a very long process which you will learn in bigger classes. Okay, so now let's understand the meristematic tissues in detail. So meristematic tissues are those tissues in which the cell continuously divide. So there are three types of meristematic tissue. Yes, there are three types of meristematic tissue. First is apical tissue. Second is intercalary tissue. Last is lateral tissue. Okay, so meristematic tissue have three types. First is apical tissues, intercalary tissues, and lateral tissues. Now when we are talking about meristematic tissues, so what you understand till now? You have understand that they will continuously divide. The cells which are continuously dividing, yes sir, are meristematic. So when the cell continuously divide, so it will have a growth of cell. So in the same way, meristematic tissue always deals about the growth of the plant. Yes, because when the cell continuously divide, so they are having the growth of cells. So because of that growth of cells, there will be growth of tissues, and the growth of tissues will help the plant to grow. Okay, so meristematic tissues always deals about the growth of the plant. Have you ever noticed or observed that when you grow a tiny plant, after some period of years, it becomes a huge tree? How it is possible? A tiny plant, how can it become a huge tree? Because only of meristematic tissue. Yes, so let's discuss its type. First is apical tissues. So these apical tissues is available on each and every plant, type of plant. Yes sir, because these apical word comes from the word apex, and this apex means the tip. So that means the apical tissues, a type of meristematic tissue, are only available on the tip of the plant. Okay, so like if it is a plant, so it is the tip of the plant. So these meristematic tissue will be available on the tip of the plant. So what they do? They actually increases the length of the plant, like over here to here. And after some period of time, because of apical tissues, the plant became this much huge. So this is the difference. These apical tissues help in the growth of the tip of the plant, means in the length. Yes, but these apical tissues are not only available on the tip of the plant, on the shoot system, but it is also available in the root system, because these root hairs are also the tip. The tip of root hairs, on the tip of root hairs, these apical tissues are available, because that is also a tip. Yes, so these are the root tips, root hairs tip. This. These are all tips, and on these tips, these apical tissues are available, and it also increase the roots, because if it is a tiny plant and it becomes a huge tree, after some years. So the root cannot be a little bit, root will also grow na. So these root hairs is only increasing their length because of apical tissues, because on the tip of root hairs the apical tissues are present. So the apical tissues which are present on the shoot system, this is the shoot system above the root, yes, they are known as shoot apical meristem. That means in short form you can say it SAM. SAM means shoot apical meristem. And whereas in the root system, on the root hair, the apical tissues which are present on the root hair are known as root apical meristem. That means RAM. So apical tissues are SAM and RAM. Okay. Now let's understand lateral tissues. Now you might be thinking why we are not understanding intercalary tissues, because the apical tissues and lateral tissues are available or present in every single type of plant, but intercalary tissues are not present in every type of plant. It is only present in the special category type of plants. Yes, so let's understand the lateral tissues first. So by the word lateral, what do you understand? You have heard this word lateral in mathematics, right? Like lateral surface area, lateral surface area of cube, lateral surface area of cuboid. You have heard this word. So lateral means the sides, yes, or the rounded thing. In the same way, the lateral tissues are, it is a type of meristematic tissue which increases the breadth of the plant. That means when a plant grows, it is not that much thin that it was when it was a tiny plant. It became thicker, yes, and that thickness comes from lateral tissue, lateral meristematic tissue. Now these tissue are present on the sides of the plant, like over here. That's why if the plant when it is tiny, it is like this, but after some time it becomes like this. So this is the thickness now. This is the thickness, yes, and this thickness comes from the lateral meristematic tissue. Okay, so this tissue increases the breadth of the stem. Okay, so these lateral tissues are present on each and every plant, and it helps in the growth of the breadth of the plant or the lateral surface of the plant. Now let's understand intercalary tissues. It is a different type of meristematic tissue. As in earlier discussion, I have told you that these type of tissues are not present in each and every plant. They are only present in a specific type of and special type of plants. Okay, so before making you understand the intercalary tissues, do you all know that what is nodes? Actually, the term nodes are present in the bamboo or sugarcane plants. If you have seen the bamboo or sugarcane plants, like this is the bamboo plant and this is the sugarcane, so they have nodes. So they have lines between them which have the partition which divides the bamboo. So these lines are known as nodes. And the part between two different nodes, like this is one node, this is second node, and the part between these two nodes is known as internodes. So the growth of these internodes are done by the intercalary tissues, which are the type of meristematic tissue. So these are the internodes. Okay, so the growth of these internodes, like after some period of time, if you will see the bamboo tree, bamboo plant, then you will see that if it was the internodes was like this, then it will grow. So how it will grow? By the tissue, intercalary tissue, a type of meristematic tissue. Yes, so it is available between the nodes everywhere, and it is available in the sugarcane plant, bamboo plant, only some plant which have the nodes in them, like wheat plant. And in the wheat, if you have seen the wheat, like this is the picture of wheat, so there in the stem of the wheat there are nodes. So the growth of that stem or bamboo or sugarcane is done by intercalary tissues. Okay, so these are available in bamboo, some plants, sugarcane, wheat, rice, like these type, and increases the growth of internodes. Okay, so these are the three type of meristematic tissue, and I have explained these three in detail. We have successfully completed our first major type of plant tissue, that is meristematic tissue. Now in the next video we are going to cover the second major type of plant tissue, that is permanent tissue. Take care of yourself, keep shining. I will meet you in the next video. Bye bye.